Today we are going to do something similar to what we did last week, except with some different strength moves and different body parts. We're going to review some of the moves that we did last week as well, the combination ones only. So let's get started with a little bit of a warm up. I want to start down on the ground. And we're going to start with just a pelvic tilt. So here, I want you to think about all you're going to do is bring your lower back down towards the ground, lifting your hips up just a little bit, and then bring your hips back to their normal neutral position. So you're just lifting and tilting your pelvis just a little bit up, and then bringing it down. Let's do that 8 times. 8. So it's just a really small motion. 7. But it's really great. 6. For our pelvic floor. 5. 4. It's really, really small, so I don't know if you can see. You can't see. 4. It's just me bringing my lower back down on the ground and then releasing. 3. And this is something you can do in your bed. 2. For a little bit of lower back relief. 1. Okay, from here, we're going to do a little more of the same kind of idea of loosening up our lower back. And we're going to take knees from side to side. We're not going to even bring them all the way down to the ground. Just a little motion from side to side. So both knees are together and they come about 45 degrees, maybe not even that far. And here we're just loosening up everything in your lower back. 3, 2, and 1. And then I want you to hug your knees into your chest. And we're going to do some feet circles. So I'm going to face here. And we're just taking our feet in circles opposite each other. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then switch directions. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to drop one foot. Keep the other leg up. You can interlace your fingers back behind your thigh. And then we're going to take our foot from a diagonal at the top and then point across into a diagonal at the bottom. So you're just bringing your toe up and across, kind of like a little crescent moon shape. From the top corner towards your pinky toe, down towards your big toe. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I don't know about you, but I felt that burning. Now we're going to take our big toe and tilt it up towards our big toe area. And then we're going to do a crescent moon the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5. And you can always stop and rest. You don't have to do all of them. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So it's just a little crescent moon in 2 directions. Let's do the other side. So again, tilting our big toe up towards our pinky toe spot, and then down and around like a little crescent moon. 8, 7, paint a crescent moon. 6, 5, 4, 3, and if you feel any tension or anything, you can stop and stretch out your toes. 1, and then let's switch over to the other direction. So now bring your big toe to the other side, and then paint a crescent moon going the other direction. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring both feet down. Come onto your hands and your knees. So we're going to be doing a move that's the opposite of this on our back, but right now we're just going to extend opposite arm, opposite leg, in the air here, and then switch over to the other side. This is a bird dog. And I'm spending a lot of time on our warm-up because we actually need to build a lot of little core muscles and feet muscles. And everything that we're doing right now is either helping to stretch out and relieve and kind of prepare your body, or it's actually strengthening little muscles that we don't get to when we do bigger exercises. 4. And we'll do 3 more on each side. 3. Don't worry if you're not able to keep up with me, and don't worry about keeping the count either. 2. I'm just counting because it makes it easier. And 1, to know when we're done. Okay, press back to child's pose. So you're sitting back on your heels, your arms are out in front of you. And then come back onto your hands and your knees. And come back to child's pose. And then come back onto your hands and your knees. We'll do that one more time. The child's pose. You're just sitting back on your heels, reaching your hands out in front of you. And come back onto your hands and your knees. And curl your toes underneath here. And we're just going to sit back really quick and forward onto our hands and our knees. Sit back and forward. We're stretching out your foot just in little bits. And if this hurts, don't do it. All right, last one. Okay, so let's stand up. We'll do just a few squats. So sitting back in your heels, your feet are planted. You kind of think about them as a rectangle box on the floor, and you want to push all 4 corners of your box onto the ground. At the same time, you're sitting back like you're going to sit in a chair, and then you decide you don't want to do that. It's a wet bench. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, take your hands up at your shoulders and reach up overhead. So these are the first 2 moves that we're going to do. And then 3, 2, and 1. I want you to take your hands out to your shoulders in a goalpost position like this. And it looks like this from the side. And you're going to just press your hands forward and together and then come back. This is what we're going to do our second set of exercises. This is a chest press. It's like a push-up, except on our back. So we're going to use weights for this. Or no weights if you don't want to. 3, 2, and 1. All right. So now we need to grab our weights. We're going to get started. So we're going to start with an overhead press. You're taking your weights up at your shoulders and then pressing them overhead. So I'm going to just take a step back so I'm in the full picture of this. Are you ready? Here we go. We're going to do 6 of them. 6, 5. Take your time. 4, you're pressing, your palms are facing the wall in front of you. 3, 2, and 1. And then we bring our weights down to our sides. Actually, you can put them down for a second and shake everything out. Then we're going to pick up both weights, or you don't have to use a weight at all. And we're going to do those squats that we just did. So we're going to do 6 of them. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to do that together. So I'm going to show you really quick. You're going to squat down with the weight, bring it up to your shoulders, press overhead. Bring them all the way down. All right, here we go. So squat down, bring the weights up to your shoulders, press up overhead, and bring them down. We're actually doing a sneaky bicep curl in here as well. That's 2. Sit back in those heels, but feet are in that rectangle. 2 more. And 1 more. And then set your weights down. We're going to take a break. And then we're going to do that all over again. All right. So shake it out. This can be kind of intense, so you can actually, if 2 weights feels like too much for you with the overhead press, but you want something, 1 weight is a great way to do that. You can just take that 1 weight overhead. I'm going to use 2, but feel free to use 1. Let's do it. 6 more. Here we go. Weights come up to your shoulders or just up at your chest height like this if you have 1. We press up. 6, 5, 4. Breathing out as you press up. 3, and you might have to breathe out when you come down. 2, 2, and last one. And then set your weights down or weight down, and then shake out your shoulders. And again, you can do all of these exercises with no weights also if you're just getting started and this feels better for you. Okay, either weights or no weights for your squats. I'm going to do 6 squats here. Feet are in a rectangle box position. The whole box is resting on the ground. You sit back on your bench, and then your chest is up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, then we take a quick break. And we're going to do all of that together. So, grab your weights. Now we're going to squat and curl and press. 1, 2, 3. And if you're going slower than me, don't worry about it. 4, 5, and 1 more. 6. Awesome. All right, set your weights down. I'm actually going to set my weights down on the outside of my mat, on either way, because we're going to do a chest press next. So let me show you what a chest press looks like while you kind of set yourself up. So I'm going to lay back on my back, and I'm going to turn my weights up when I'm halfway down. Then I'm going to bring one weight up and the other so that my elbows are resting on the ground and the weights are right over my elbows and in my hands. From here, I'm going to just press my hands up towards the ceiling and then come back down. All right, so that's a chest press. So let's do it together. I'm going to turn the other way so that you can see the second move. All right, so turn those weights up. Bring one up and you have a goalpost position with that arm, and then the other one up. And from here, we'll do 6 presses. You ready? Here we go. Press up, 6. And don't let your elbows touch the ground. 5, as you come down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to set your weights down and let them come all the way down. Bring your hands up. Bring your hands up and your knees, your legs up. From here, we're going to extend your left leg and then your right arm. Bring your left leg in, right arm in. Extend your right leg and your left arm. Bring your left arm in, right leg in. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg. Do it again. So 2, and bring your lower back down to the ground. So this is a lot to think about. The extending opposite arm, opposite leg can be tricky. So you can take your hands on opposite, you can touch your hand to the opposite knee, the one that's not working, and then switch. That is a useful tool sometimes to help get started. And let's do one more on each side. I wasn't counting, so I don't know. And then bring your feet down. Okay, so now we're gonna do a chest press with the leg move that we just did. So get your weights up in your goalpost position, bring your feet up, and we're gonna press both hands up and extend one leg. Bring the knee back in, bring the leg, arms back down. So chest press both arms, extend the other leg. Bring everything in and down. Arms come up, and your other leg. Out and in, arms come down. Arms come up, other leg out. In, arms come down. Press the arms up, extend that first leg out, back in, arms come down. This is our last one. Press the arms up, extend the leg, bring the knee back in, weights come down. I'm going to set my weights down on their ends so that it's easy for me to grab when we do it again. Take a break. Enjoy it. Because here we go, we're going to do it again. Grab your weights, get them in the goalpost position. We're only doing our chest press this time. I want you to think about just pressing the weights up towards the ceiling and then tapping your elbows ever so lightly down on the ground and then going back up. That's 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and then setting your weights down. Then we're going to bring our arms up in a straight line up above us, our knees up, bring your lower back down to the ground, and we extend opposite arm, opposite leg. And again, you can have the hand that's not, I'm getting confused here. Oh my goodness. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So you can have your opposite hand on the opposite knee. And let's move a little faster now. I like to have my head up in this move because it gives me a little more lower back control. My lower back is down on the ground. 2, 2, one more. Last one. 1. Bring your knees in. Bring your feet down. Rest. Okay, and then grab your weights and bring them to the goalpost position again. So now we're going to do that combo move where now we're going to bring our feet up, press our hands up, extend one leg out, bring it back in, arms come down. Arms come up, leg comes out, in, arms come down. Arms up, leg out, leg in, arms down. Arms up, leg out, leg in, arms down. Arms up, leg out, leg in, arms down. Last time, arms up, leg out, leg in, arms come down. Rest your weights down on the ground and come to seated position. Okay, we have a few more moves that we're going to do, and we're going to do each one of them for 30 seconds each. Let me just check the time. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to scratch that. We're going to come into a plank. So we'll move those out of the way. We're going to come into a plank position. So plank on your hands. You can be on your knees.
So this is a great way to start, but actually an even better way to start can actually be on a wall. So your hands are here on the wall and you have your feet out and you're in an angle and you just hold here. So go ahead and join me and let's hold it for 30 seconds. Now you can always take a break whenever you need to. So as we're here, I want you to become aware what muscles are working. And sometimes it's going to take a while and it can feel kind of frustrating. I remember when I first did some strength moves that I wasn't familiar with, I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't feel my muscles and I didn't know what to feel for. So that can be some of what happens. 3, 2, and rest. Okay, so stand up. Now you can also opt, instead of doing the wall, you can come onto the ground, and there are a couple of options here. I just want to show you what's possible. You can be on your knees, or you can be on your toes. And you can also be on your forearms. Some people have some wrist issues, or they prefer being on their forearms.